Hello, and welcome to Convinced Catholicism, a place for all things Catholic. Today I have what's probably a long-awaited review. This is the Liturgy of the Hours, the 4-volume set. This particular volume is Volume 3. And the reason why I'm showing Volume 3 is two reasons. One, I think it would be a little bit cumbersome to show all 4 volumes. I would have to have it stacked up and no one would see it, or horizontal, and it would be just inconvenient. And the second reason is because this is the volume that's being used at the current moment. Today is June 30th, 2023, and we are in ordinary time. We are within, I believe it's the 11th week of ordinary time. Yes. And so this is the current volume that we're using. Now, I'll be honest with you. I have not really used this version of the breviary much, but I started using it recently and I absolutely love it. I've been using the single volume for a long time. I switched back and forth between the American and the English version, the British version that is, and it felt like something was missing because the inter-hours, I would at least like the option to pray the inter-hours, and this has scratched that itch. So this is volume 3 of 4, and the volumes are based off of the seasons. So Advent and Christmas is one book, Lent and Easter is another, Ordinary Time 1 through 17, and the other is 18 through 34 would be the 4th and final volume. And the sizes vary just a little bit, but in general, we can gather that the one volume would be 4.5 inches wide, 7.5 inches tall, and then I'm going to guess probably, just about 1 2/4 inches thick. Now, for those of you who are not familiar, the Liturgy of the Hours is the official prayer of the Church. Priests, deacons, nuns, and religious brothers, consecrated men and women, are bound by the bishop to pray the Liturgy of the Hours, which includes the Divine Office of Readings, morning prayer, mid-morning prayer, midday prayer, mid-afternoon prayer, evening prayer, and compline. And this has all those things, and that's why it's divided into 4 volumes. And the book is centered around the Psalms. Okay, now this comes with 2 alternatives in the American Church. The other alternative, and what I'll be comparing it directly to today, is Christian prayer. I've done a video on Christian prayer already, and you can check that out. The other one is, and this is the simplest version with only solemnities in it, and the Sundays, is shorter Christian prayer. So we can see all 3 side by side here. There's also a video on shorter Christian prayer as well. Okay, so let's first of all show you what the 4-volume LOTH, or Liturgy of the Hours, contains. So we can see that it has a lot of content. It has a table of liturgical days, the proper of seasons for 1 through 17, ordinary time, solemnities, the order of the Liturgy of the Hours with the 4-week Psalter. The Psalms, almost all 150 Psalms, are divided amongst 4. There's complementary psalmody, night prayer. Night prayer is the same for every single Monday in the year will be the same. Tuesday, Thursday, whatever, right? Proper of the Saints, January through August, because that makes sense because that's when the ordinary times would happen. Then the Commons for the Saints, and then there's Canticles and so on and so forth. Okay, so let me show you where my ribbons are. And by the way, for someone who's wanting to get into praying the breviary, I would encourage them to get either the 1-volume or the 4-volume set. I think it's important to kind of see what's available for yourself, and kind of build up your prayer as you go along. I think it would be, I think one might regret if they start off with Shorter Christian Prayer and they think, oh, I want to add this, saint days. And then they get Christian prayer and they say, oh, I might want to add the Divine Office of Readings or the midday prayers or whatever. And I think it's better just to get this set, which, by the way, unfortunately, can range somewhere from, let's just call it 95 USD all the way to 200 USD, depending on which version you get, whether it's the vinyl cover like this or the real leather cover. Although you can buy the volumes individually and kind of save money that way as well. So if you want to buy this book in time for yourself, I would either order the volume 3 or the volume 4, depending on when this video is out for you, or whatever volume it is. Volume 1 is Advent and Christmas. Volume 2 is Lent and Easter. Volume 3, Ordinary Time 1 through 17. Volume 4, 18 through 34. Okay, so today, like I said, is Friday, June 30th, 2023. So I've already done some of the, the green ribbon for me is saved on the Divine Office of Reading. By the way, this is donated to the channel by Justin Messer. Thank you very much, Justin. He's a great, viewer, fan of the show, and I appreciate him and his comments as always. So my green ribbon's Office of Readings, I've already done Friday, so Saturday. Blue is Ordinary. Notice that it's daytime prayer. At some point I will be praying the mid-afternoon prayer. Then we have in the yellow, we have week 4, because that's where we are in the Psalter. And by the way, I'll show you, this is really nice. If we go to page 350, it says Psalter week 3 or whatever it may be, right? So actually I made a mistake. It should be week 3, but that's my mistake. Or maybe not, I don't know. I'm still getting used to it. Night prayer, a ribbon for night prayer. Again, Friday is going to be the same as always. And then evening prayer this is the proper of saints, really. So evening prayer for the first martyrs of the Church of Rome, the people who were killed by Emperor Nero. Okay, so let's compare this to Christian prayer. This is going to be the prayer book that is most compared to it, because in a sense it is the same, but you'll see that there are a lot more things added into it. So first of all, the Office of Readings. This Office of Readings is a much smaller version of it. It's based off of a 4-week Psalter. This is an Office of Readings for every single day of the year. And then we can see here too, the 11th week of Ordinary Time. And someone in the comments, please correct if I'm actually in the 11th week or the 12th week. Again, I need to get my bearings straight, so I might be wrong here, and my apologies if I am. But week 3, yeah. I mean, so let's compare that. So you'll see that the 11th Sunday of Ordinary Time is very similar, but this has Office of Readings to it. Then in the Ordinary, you'll see that there's evening prayer. Why? Because the daytime prayer is not provided necessarily. If we wanted to see daytime prayer, we will see it on page 994. So if we go to page 994 in Christian prayer, we will see that it's very simple, that it's only for a week. So it would be the same every single day. This has a 4-week Psalter for daytime prayer, and it's fantastic. It really gives you a guide to how your day should go, and your day becomes shaped around the breviary rather than something else like TV or your work or some sort of other leisure activity. Okay, and so we can see here that it is 4 volumes, right? So this is going to be taking up a lot of real estate on your bookshelf or on your desk or wherever you would keep it. But the good news is that you really only need the one book at a time. I know someone who prayed the Liturgy of the Hours with a 4-volume set, and they were at college. He lived across the country, so he came from the west to the east, and he would travel with a number of volumes based off of where he would be in the year. And so it works out, and it works out okay. And like I said, you can buy the volumes 1 volume at a time, and that will, I guess, curb the upfront cost. It might cost you a little bit more at the end, but if you're someone who lives at a monthly paycheck or paycheck to paycheck, this might help a little bit. Think of it kind of as taking a loan with interest. Okay, so like I said, overall, I would have been very critical of the 4-volume set in recent past, but I see the benefits of it now. And part of the reason why is because it takes you right through where you're supposed to go, right? It seems like there's a lot more flipping, but really there's not, right? So let's just pretend we're in Friday in the beginning, right? So Friday, we have the Office of Readings, which you can do at any time, but you might as well do it before your morning prayer. Even if you don't sing the full office or say the full office, you can do it just the readings, just the actual meat of the readings here, right? So as I was saying, Office of Readings, then you can do morning prayer, and of course you'll follow the ordinary as this is happening. Daytime prayer, mid-morning, mid-afternoon, evening prayer, which is what I'm going to be doing mid-afternoon next, then evening, and then you will go to, and then once that's finished, you can flip to the night prayer, which again, you flip right through. And then your ribbons will end up where they're supposed to the very next day. Very convenient, very easy. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or if you have any corrections or criticisms, please let me know. We are very, very close, if not already there, to 1,000 subscribers at the time of uploading this video. And there will be a live Q&A that's posted that I will do at whenever the time is right. A link to the 4-volume set and the individual volumes will be available in the description down below. Thank you very much, and God bless.